Ivy with special guest Maritza.
Marissa.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Marissa. It's because of the lady in the book. Her name, well, she's a young girl in the book, and her name is Maritza. And this is Marissa. See, like it says right there on the screen. I'm trying to share. Y'all know I be having technical difficulties. Let's see that. Okay. So today we are going to be talking about Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, but I'm trying to share out this live stream. So y'all need to give me just a second, and then we can be about the business of fancy dancing. I hope everybody's doing okay. Hello, live stream viewers, replay viewers. Hello, thank you for giving us a bit of your time. Be sure if you guys are looking for any kind of, if you want to jump in and you want to talk and maybe even be on screen, make sure to leave a comment and we will talk to you there. Hold on, I think I got it, y'all. Look at me. I'm trying to share on Facebook, but I had to switch to a different profile because I'm not on Facebook other than for this. I have things to do, and Facebook is usually not one of them. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, let me write this out, and then we can be about the business. Come and join us as we discuss Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. Okay,
love that.
There. Now I'm done. Let me turn this down. Well, I think I have everything. Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing.
Ooh.
The questions.
That's important.
That's important.
I had it printed out too. Yeah, I left it upstairs.
You know what? That's okay. I have it here. I just have to, I'm sorry that the screen is shaking, y'all. Shut your eyes so you don't get sick. You're going to get motion sickness. Let's go here, and then we'll go. Oh, you know what? I could have pulled them up on
the email.
Or in my phone.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, I'm Gen X. I'm doing my best. Y'all lucky that I even know how to work these things. Let's see. What are the questions? Here they go. I think I should pull them up on my phone. Let me do that.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier.
Yeah, I think it would be easier. Thank you. Okay, let me get rid of some of these things. Let's see. Lovely and Marissa. I never forget her name, y'all. I am so sorry. I think because you remind me of that girl a lot in the book.
Maritza.
Yes.
But it's very close. Maritza.
It's very close. And I promise you, I've never done this. I do forget my coworkers' names quite a bit. That's why they be home skillet.
Home skillet.
Yes.
I was home skillet for like a month.
You were. I was doing my best because I didn't want to be like, I don't remember your name. So you were just home skillet. Okay, we'll just leave that there. All right, let me pull up those questions on my phone, and then we can be about the business of fancy dancing. You know what we could do while I'm doing that? We're going to go ahead and add this to stage. See, that's what happens sometimes. And again, y'all, I'm sorry that the computer is shaking. It's me clicking on things. Okay, so let's make this bigger because then it'll be easier to see. No, like super big. Super big. What's happening? Oh, I know what's happening. Gen X is happening. There we go. Okay, so this is the book that we're going to be talking about. That is Aiden Thomas. The book is narrated by Avi Roki. 1 second, friends.
Oh, you put up the questions?
Yeah, on my phone.
Go to your sent.
Did I send it to you?
Yeah, you did send it to me.
Look at you, because I was going to try to go to my, my Google Drive, and that's not smart. That's not smart, because it's right here. That would have took me forever. Discussion questions.
They were good questions, too.
Thank you. I didn't write them.
To
the book, it was from Halifax. Yeah, Halifax Public Libraries, California. Thank y'all.
Shout out to you.
Thank you, Halifax Public Library, for these good questions, because you know, we are at a library. What do? We borrow. We borrow. So that's exactly what we did. Okay. Now, but I do have a lot of notes because this was such an amazing book, but we are going to get to that in just a second. We also have a few announcements because hey, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. So that's what I want to talk about. We are going to be having our annual? I want to say it's the 3rd annual. It's probably the 5th annual. Oh, it says 12th right at the top. Ooh, Lord.
12th annual.
Yeah.
You're way off.
Yeah, I was definitely way off. Thanks. We're having our 12th annual Latino Book Festival. And this year, I think it's the first year where they are trying to make it a little less gendered of a language. And I thought that was perfect for this book as well. So as you can see up top, it says Latino / Latine, Latinx. And we're going to have a lot of really cool events and speakers. Here we go. Y'all, they're going to have agua fresca. Y'all better go. I don't know what type, probably all types. My favorite is tamarind. Do you have a favorite?
No, I don't.
I
love them all.
Yeah, I like watermelon. I like pineapple or piña. You know, America is like, or English is the only language where a pineapple is pineapple. Every other language is a derivative of piña or something like that. Yeah, we messed it up somehow. I don't know. Anywho, on the 27th at the Rawlings Library on Aubrey Endo. It's going to start at 10 a.m. Juan Morales is going to have a presentation and a workshop. He's going to be talking about his book, Dream of the Bird Tattoo. That's at 10. Lulu Buck will be talking about her book, Sue's Sky, at 11 and 1. And then let's see what else is going on. I'm sorry, who is that on there? I didn't mean to skip over you, Mariella.
Maria?
She's going to be talking about her book, Maps You Can't Make, at 3 p.m. Plus, there's going to be lunch with entertainment by Bob Martinez, and it's free. Tacos, agua fresca, live entertainment. There's going to be a flamenco guitarist. Child, let's move this out the way. They need to see our excitement. It's
making me hungry.
I know. I'm super excited. Actually, they don't need to see our excitement, but maybe, I don't know. But anyway, if y'all have a chance, please go. Everybody who puts this together works really hard to bring interesting books to the community and culturally relevant activities and performances. And it's always a good time. Everybody's so nice and kind and welcoming. And it's a good way to connect with community members as well as support your local library. So I hope to see you there. I'll be there. So I think you should come too. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. Okay, so let's talk about Aiden, y'all. Meet Aiden. He uses he and they, them, he, him, they, them pronouns. Aiden Thomas is a trans Latinx New York Times bestselling author with an MFA in creative writing from Mills College. Originally from Oakland, California, they now make their home in Portland, Oregon. Aiden is notorious for not being able to guess the endings of books and movies and organizes their bookshelves by color.
Oh, I love that.
You do? I don't do that.
I don't do that either. I'm too lazy for that.
No, but
I love that he does it.
Look, he does it. I'm like, baby, my books are on the shelf. That's just as good as it's going to get. All right. And so, as y'all know, when I read the audio version of a book, which is usually most of the time, I'm now trying to remember to talk about the narrator. Avi Roki did such a good job. Avi Roki uses they, them pronouns. Avi is a proud Latina, trans-masculine, non-binary, queer creative who does a little bit of this and a little bit of that, like narrate audiobooks, voice act, and blog. And also, too, let me switch this up because I want to do this. Hang on. What am I doing? I don't want to click on that.
I love that picture of them.
Yeah, I think it's a great picture.
Very nonchalant.
Avi is, no, we're not inviting guests. Excuse me.
We
already have one. It's Marissa. Let's do this. Boom. And then I want to do this. Boom. Wait.
Boom.
Boom. There we go. Okay. So Avi also acts. Avi. I'm so sorry, Avi. They were in the Owl House. They played Rain Winters or something like that. I didn't see that cartoon. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, it's called the Owl House. Also, Avi is an actor in I think it's on Netflix. It is I wrote it down, y'all. Vivi Lowell, super drag queen star, and they play a character called Igor. Avi also has a podcast and everything. Avi did they did such a good job because there are like 20 some odd different characters in here, and they had to be the voice for everybody. And they made people sound so distinctive. You know, I had it in my notes a little bit better. This happens to me when I get excited. I'm like, child, where my notes go?
I have every right to be excited. It was a really good book.
I thought it was really good too.
It was so cutesy.
I was really, really excited about how things turned out. But you know what? I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Let me do this. And then we'll bring our things back. Boom. But there's Avi, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry.
In his little nonchalant picture.
I know, huh?
Their
nonchalant picture. Uh-oh.
Now we can't see you.
We be doing that, Avi. We're just a little excited. This is our first book club together. They normally keep us separated.
They do. They separate us. They're like, we're too powerful together.
We're too powerful.
Too powerful.
And we be having too much fun. Okay, so let's talk about a few awards for this book. So it was longlisted for the 2020 National Book Award, for the Young People's Literature, a YALSA 2021 Best Fiction for Young Adults Top 10 pick. And that's just scratching the surface. This book has got a lot of awards and recognitions because it's that good.
And a little round of applause.
Yeah. All right. So some themes and tropes that we are going to discuss are going to be family and identity, community and culture, death and the supernatural, East LA as a character. I love when they do settings as a character. And then we're going to be talking about Outcast as well.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're going to do the discussion questions. Okay, let's get, I'm going to scooch this back.
Got
so
my
I
little
can
notes on me.
Look at Marissa taking notes.
Prepared.
That's right. Because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Exactly.
Okay, now I'm going to make it big again. And then,
shoot.
Okay. All right. So let me read just a synopsis for those of y'all who don't know what the book was about. And then we really will get into the discussion, friends. I know I keep saying that, but no. Let me find it on here. I'm so glad I have this phone. Sometimes I don't remember how to work it all the time.
Oh, your cute little phone case, too.
Thank you. Look, y'all. Look. You, too, can be a special unicorn. Okay, let's see. Cemetery Boys. Mm-hmm. I'm going to read the description really quickly via Amazon. Because my book is up under this computer. We had to lift it up. Because, again, we're just too powerful a force to be reckoned with. So we had to have the computer help. Mm-hmm. Or give it some help so it can handle all of us. Anywho, okay. A trans boy determined to prove his gender to his traditional Latinx family summons a ghost who refuses to leave. In Aiden Thomas's paranormal YA debut, Cemetery Boys Cemetery Boys is groundbreaking. I'm sorry, that's what happens when you be reading from Amazon. It just doesn't always come off the tongue naturally.
All right, it on there too. Oh,
thank you, friend. Marissa say, "Hey, you be making things too hard on yourself." And notice I got your name right this time,
Marissa.
Yes, I did, and I'm so I'm up here trying to remember people's gender and not misgender people, and I'm messing your name up.
Mm-hmm. Like we haven't worked together for 3 years.
I know. I'm so sorry. Okay, thank
Marissa
you,
is a cool name.
Yes, I think it is too. Okay, so let's talk about it then, friend. Let me make this big because I got 51-year-old eyes. Okay, so what did you think about the book?
Usually, I don't read these types of books. I usually read very intense horror books or nonfiction because I'm boring. But this book is really cute because when you first showed it to me, I was like, not really excited about it. Mm-hmm. But I started reading it. It's so cute. I loved it. Mm-hmm. I loved it so much.
And do you see how Marissa was just going to come along for the friend? First of all, we should just maybe talk about us just a tiny bit. We're work besties.
We are.
Hi, look. We're work besties. And when I first started reading the book and I heard Maritza's name, Yadriel's best friend in the book, I was like, that sounds like Marissa. And then the more that I started reading the book, I'm like, that is very much like Marissa. And so I was like, you have to do the book club with me. And so she said yes, and here we are today.
She blackmailed me.
I did, a little bit. I have to pay up. I don't know what I'm paying y'all. Lord have mercy. I don't know. Okay, so let's start off with the first question. Okay. Cemetery Boys is steeped in Latinx culture and traditions, especially those surrounding Dia de Muertos. What details and traditions were your favorites? Before we start in there, I'm reading and I'm following Aiden's cue because Aiden uses Latinx, but across Hispanic culture. First of all, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I didn't say that, yay! But it is not a consensus. Some people don't like Latinx because it's hard to say and it X's them out of their identity.
Yeah.
Other people like Latina with an E because you can say it and it makes it more gender neutral. There are several articles. I will post them in the comment section if you guys are interested to learn about it. Some of the articles that I have go all the way back to like 2014, 2009. Some are a little bit more recent. But just so you guys know, this is not a consensus across Hispanic culture. Some people like Latinx, other people like that's stupid, and I don't like it because don't you X me. And I understand the whole perspective.
Yeah.
I think that Latinx might be more preferred in America, if I'm not mistaken. And I probably should amend that to say maybe in places where Hispanic folks are not the majority. Like, I know that they use it in Mexico a little bit, but I think they might use Latina a little bit more. And I also think that that's something to talk about, how depending on where you are in the world globally, if you're not a part of the majority, your name might shift and change a little bit because you're trying to figure out your identity. Let's not talk about Black people because we used to be Afro-Americans. Then we was Black Americans, African Americans. Sometimes we're Black Americans again too, not to mention all the different diaspora cousins that be coming in and, you know, trying to distinguish their ethnic group from my ethnic group. So I'm familiar with the name change and also understanding that everybody in that culture might not agree on the name change. Anyway, so I digress. The first question, which details and tradition were your favorites? Do you want to go first?
No, you can go first.
Okay. I think my favorite was the altars and them talking about Santa Muerte's altar. And I liked it because I could relate to that one so much because I have an altar. I have an altar for my ancestors that stays up all year. I have several altars. I have a money altar. I have an altar where I practiced when I'm communing with my ancestors. And there were a lot of similarities there. And I really liked that part because I'm like, oh, I understand what this is. I understand what's happening. And I thought that it made it a bit universal, even though Aiden was really specific about this being the family in themselves are Mexican and Cuban. And so I'm not trying to take away from that. I'm just trying to relate, y'all. Okay. All right.
Trying to relate.
That's it. Okay. What's your favorite part?
Well, I mean, the whole thing, like the strong showcase of the beauty and the emotional significance of Dia de los Muertos. Just so amazing. It's basically the entire book. Just the Mexican traditions and the holidays. Just out there.
And you know what I'm hearing in my head? Recuérdame. I don't know all the words, but y'all know that Coco song.
Oh, I love Coco.
I know. Her grandma looked like Coco.
She does.
I'm sorry, Miss Grandma, if I wasn't supposed to say that. But I saw a picture.
It's a compliment.
It is a compliment. You do look like Coco.
I love Coco.
She does. It's so
Coco.
sweet. We love Coco. And there was a twist in this story, just like it was in Coco too. And I'm just like
mad about it.
Very upset.
Very upset about it.
Very upset because I think it could have been avoided. That's okay.
If you haven't read it, read it.
Yes, read
and
it.
You'll know too.
I'm gonna turn my book in and I'm gonna turn in the audio book so you can check it out.
Also, if you haven't read it, spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers are coming.
Spoilers are coming. I usually try to do a non-spoiler review, but not usually. I'm a liar. I usually say it beforehand. So now you've had your warning. There's going to be spoilers after this point. For those of you watching the replay, if you have not finished the book, you need to pause right now because go back now. It's not safe for you. Go play where it's safe. It's not safe no more now. Okay, let's see. You have been warned, and let's see. I'm going to try to keep up with.
Oh, another thing in the book
What?
is the Hispanic Latinx perspective on death.
Yes, let's talk about
It's not all dreary and sad and depressing. It's like a celebration and like continuing of life. And I love it so much.
And the food, I love Miss Lita. I
Lita.
thought that she was funny. I had some words for her. I'm sorry, Miss Man, but we're gonna have to discuss that a little bit. I'm trying to be respectful, but she could cook for me anytime.
Oh yeah.
And then when the part where I keep wanting to say Aiden, but when Yadriel was talking about how Lita ain't got nothing to do but stay at home and put around and clean up his room and stuff, I was like, boy, you better quit making your granny work so hard picking up your room. It wasn't his fault. Julian was throwing stuff around and talking all dang night and keeping him up. And so it really wasn't his fault.
It's Julian's fault.
It was Julian's fault. Okay, so let's talk about that. Okay, so Yadriel's family are Bruhexes. You probably know the word Brujo or Bruja. Bruhex, I think, was Aiden Thomas's way of making it gender neutral.
Yeah.
And so they are there to basically ferry the dead. They're kind of like psychopomps in that they help the dead. That's a nice word, ain't it?
It is.
It's a wonderful word. Think Anubis. Think, what's the lady with the crows? She is part of Celtic mythology. And I forgot her name. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Miss Girl.
Miss Judge Toller.
Judge Toller.
It's Judge Toller.
Miss Girl.
You know what? Rest in peace, Rolling Ray. You know he passed. Rolling Ray passed a few weeks ago. Speaking of the dead, Beyonce checks on him every now and again. Not no more. Shout out to Beyonce. Well, maybe depending. Oh, you know what? Let me hush. That's how you catch yourself. We won't get into who she was sitting at no table and. But yeah.
We move on.
Well, you know what though? I will say one thing, and I don't think that this is too problematic, but that billionaires got class solidarity.
Oh,
better 100%. Class solidarity than some people. So I think maybe we should take a lesson out of their book, and that's how we're going to say about that. Okay, so. Question number 2. At one point, Yadriel thinks navigating pronouns was a minefield when language was based on gender. Why do you think the author chose to make the magic system in Cemetery Boys based on gender as well?
I think it's just simple. Like, it's just a reflection of the traditional social attitudes towards different genders, different roles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so too. I think that it was important for him to do it that way because it reflects his culture. I also liked how in this particular story, Yadriel's family was for him, like not 100% I'm getting everything right all the time. Yeah. They loved their son. They were doing their best. There was still some things that they had to learn, but they weren't kicking him out. No. He wasn't outcast or anything, and they were trying. And in this...
but they did not make him feel fully accepted.
Yes. No, they didn't.
Do better.
Do better. And then you won't have...
All of this could have been avoided.
All of this could have been avoided. It could have been avoided.
Could have been avoided.
Had y'all done a better job of accepting him, and then people wouldn't have had to die. But you know, Enrique, Miss Lita. My goodness. You don't have to depend on evil uncle. Let's see. Where is it? It says, okay, I really wanted to explore. This is taken from an interview that Aiden did with
Mr. Aiden Tomomas.
Yeah, Aiden did. This article is more than 5 years old. That's what it's telling me. Because this book came out a while back. It
literally says that.
Right there. It's just like, this is an old article. You better make sure you're telling the people the truth. It says, this is such a great question. I really wanted to explore and discuss how different gender identities would manifest within the Bruhex, but I simply didn't have the time and space for it. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong thing. It does fit a little bit, but I'm reading the wrong thing. Where were I trying to say? Oh, we were talking about his family. Here we go.
Yeah.
Where is it? Anyway, I think what he was talking about, wait, here it is. He was talking about, hang on. I can't find it in here, y'all. I'm sorry. But he was talking about how he wanted to take a little bit from his life and how his family was accepting and how a lot of people's family can be accepting, but they still have some ways to go. They still have some things that they need to work out in their brains. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Good.
Especially in those traditional Mexican or Latinx communities.
Mm-hmm.
They're very not completely set in their ways, but somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're still a little suspicious about it.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
What? Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. So when I first moved to Pueblo, the first thing that I noticed was the amount of, I'm going to say butches or more masculine women. They're queer, and I saw them everywhere. And I was like, wait, because my daughter went to school, and a lot of her classmates had queer parents. Mm-hmm. And so I think it might be very similar to Black folks, to Black Americans, where to people outside of the community, the stereotype is that we are more homophobic than the average everybody else. That's a lie. That's a whole lie. Because here I am, queer as a $3 bill. And my grandma, she didn't know I was going to say that. I didn't either.
Unscripted.
It's very unscripted over here. My grandma told everybody to mind their business and to stay out of mine. Mm-hmm. I have friends from the Caribbean. This one kid, I'm not saying your name because I didn't ask you if I could, but his grandfather was a pastor, and he made everybody leave him alone. Like, he was like, that's my grandson. You are going to be respectful and kind to him, and you're going to stay out of his business. And so I think that a lot of times more marginalized communities.
I was literally just thinking that.
What?
More marginalized communities are more accepting because they know how it feels to be outcasted and treated differently.
Exactly. And we get labeled as more conservative, and we are. We can be, but not where it comes to family. Not as much like, not as much as we're typecast as, I would say. I would say that. And speaking of which, let's just go on and talk about Uncle Catrice.
Oh,
man. If you ain't read it, remember we already told you to leave. Catrice was the villain.
He was
Uncle
the villain.
Catrice was the one that was trying to, okay, so this is the deal. Because this is set in East LA, because I'm trying to tie it back into all of the different points and the themes and tropes and whatnot. But it was set in East LA, and I thought that was really good because then it brings in a larger a variety of Hispanic cultures. So Colombian, Argentinian, Mexican, Haitian. Y'all know they speak French and Spanish on Haiti. Y'all be forgetting about that. So it's split right down the middle. Mm-hmm. Or is that Dominican? Is it Dominican?
That what?
That on one part of the island they speak French, and the other side.
I don't know.
I think it is Haiti. I'm pretty sure it's Haiti because the Dominicans are always, they speak Spanish. So I'm pretty sure it's Haiti. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, y'all, Marissa's really smart, and so when my brain be like glitching, I ask her to fill in the blanks because she can do it really well.
We have the same interests, so it's pretty easy.
Yeah, we do have we have a lot of the same interests because we're both really smart and politically minded.
Oh, very political.
I would think so. I think that a lot of times, like we were talking about, is people don't realize that a lot of the things they don't think are politics really are. They are. There's a lot more things.
This entire book is politics.
Entire book is about the roads y'all be driving out on the street. That's politics. That's socialism because your taxes help pay for it.
The lunches you eat at school.
The library.
Oh, the library.
Hello. Anyway, where we all sitting and talking about. Anyway, I digress. I'm sorry.
I digress. This book is very political.
Yes.
It's surrounding Hispanic, Latinx culture, trans and queer,
poverty, immigrants,
East LA,
which is
a predominantly Hispanic community.
Yeah. And it has been for a long time, for a very long time. You probably don't remember this because I'm sure it must have came out before you were even born. That Cheech Marin. I was trying to say Cheech and Chong. But Cheech Marin had a song called Born in East LA. I think it was his movie. No. Must have came out in the 80s. You know, Keith Marin's a big goofball. Marissa's like, child, no.
I know the song Mexican American.
I don't know that. Oh, I don't know that one. I don't know that one. Anywho, sorry, y'all.
We should be together.
Yeah, we shouldn't. Yes, we should. We're good together. We're good. We're good. Okay, let's move on to the second question.
Ooh. We already did the second question.
Did we? Oh, okay.
The magic system based on gender.
And the pronouns and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of gender, me and Marissa were looking at something in the Zapoteca region of Mexico. They have a third gender called mujeres.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'm saying that right because it almost sounds like I'm saying a Spanish word for woman. Muxes? No, it's spelled Muxes. And I think it's a Zapoteca word, and that's why I can't say it. I mean, I couldn't say it sometimes.
I couldn't say it.
Yeah, I can't say it. But they're a third gender. And this is from the native population that was indigenous there before the conquistadors came.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, they occupy a third sex. They are not men, they're not women, and they're not trans. They're mujeres.
They're themselves.
They're themselves. There's a documentary on HBO. If you look it up online, there are all kind of articles. Again, I will post links in the comment section.
And let me tell you, they are serving face card.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't decline.
Mm-hmm. Never.
The outfits.
Yes, they're
colorful,
hand embroidering and everything. Their
colorful.
hair is all beautiful with cute little ribbons all tied in
very
it. Mm-hmm.
Cutesy.
I thought so. And I thought that it was interesting bringing that up because at one point in the book, we'll get back to it, but we're going to talk about it for a little bit now. Yadriel has not had his quinces or his induction into being a brujex. Mm-hmm. And that's because he's trans and his father, who's the leader of the brujexes, was like, they held it off indefinitely.
Enrique.
Mm-hmm. We've been hearing a lot of indefinitely's around these days, but let me quit being messy. That's me being messy. I'm sorry, y'all. So they held it off because Jadriel's like, I'm a boy. I know you all thought we was something else, but I'm a boy. And I'm bringing that up because it's nothing new. It's nothing new. There have always been people who didn't quite fit neatly into certain boxes, and that's because they shouldn't have been in a box anyway. They're a person. Let them out that box.
There should be no boxes.
No boxes. Let them out of there. But also in native communities or indigenous communities across the globe, they have more than two genders.
Oh yeah,
they have more than two. There's some of them have 3 and 4. Some of y'all know that I'm a professional tarot reader, and I got like a bazillion decks and stuff.
Ooh,
and there's this one deck. I know that's right. There's this one deck that I have, and it has folklore from around the world, and several stories from around the world is always talking about quote unquote gender bending or trans people over and over and over. So this is nothing new. It might be new to you, but it's not new to the world. It's not new to a lot of indigenous communities.
Look all back in history.
Yeah.
Gender norms weren't always around.
They just weren't. They just weren't. It's in the grand scheme of humans, it's a fairly recent thing.
Yeah.
So I thought I would bring that up because I know sometimes people, it can make them uncomfortable, but our ancient relatives didn't have that issue across the globe. So I just wanted to say that, because at one point, because he has not had his quinces, and I don't think they call it that, but I'm saying that because y'all know what that is.
I didn't have quinceañera.
You didn't?
No.
I didn't have one either.
We couldn't afford it.
Child.
I wanted one though.
Yeah.
So I feel you, Yads.
You know what? We could do it.
Have a quince?
Yeah, for you.
Oh.
We should. I'll learn
Make
the
up for
dances.
last times.
Yeah, I'll
I
learn
wear
the
a big
dances.
princess dress.
We could have. That's a lot of money, but we'll talk about this later. I'm like, Marissa, let's do it. You can get dressed up. And we can learn the dances, and we can eat. Yeah, I just want to eat, y'all. I'm trying to get some food, but anyway. So he didn't have that, and as he's talking to Julian, and he's saying, "Well, I'm the first trans brujex," and Julian was
He said, "Stop."
Yeah.
No, you're not.
He's like, no, you're not. He's like, you ain't the first trans person in the world, so why would you think you're the first trans Brujex? And Aiden says he put that in there because he wanted to point out how people were erasing trans history.
Oh, yeah.
There is a really good documentary. I know this is on Canopy. It's called Kumu Hina, K-U-M-A, Hina, H-I-N-A. She is trans and part of the Hawaiian indigenous community, where they had queer people who were charged with keeping the culture, very much like those mujeres, or I say mujeres, I'm so sorry, y'all.
It's just getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. The pressure. I'm sorry, y'all. You disappeared, y'all. It's gone.
Why is it doing that?
Because of the green screen, Goofy. See? Now you're back. Now you're gone. Okay. Oh, bring it together.
Talk about yads.
Talk about yads. Okay. So, anywho, I thought that was really important because a lot of things do get erased, and then people feel alone, or other people act like you're not supposed to be there, like you don't belong. I tell you one thing though, at the end of the book, when Santa Muerte looked dead at Yads and said, "My son," and then looked at Maritza and said, "My dad," go and tell Santa Muerte that you don't like that she claiming Yads as her son. Let me see how it works out for you. Me too. I'll wait. Okay. Y'all finna go head to head with a goddess. Good luck. with the goddess of death. Mm-hmm. Good luck. Okay? Mm-hmm. Good luck. So, anywho, third question. Are we on 3? Yes.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Maritza is Yadriel's best friend and partner in crime. How different would the book be if Yadriel didn't have her to lean on?
Completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Maritza was everything.
Mm-hmm.
She was his support system, his ally.
Ally.
I feel like she gave him the confidence to go up against his family and do what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And try and be a brujo.
Mm-hmm. And also, y'all, Maritza is vegan in the book.
She is.
And they have these things called portajes. And for the men, they're daggers. And for the ladies, they're usually like a rosary or a necklace. And there's usually like a little vial that has blood in it, because like animal blood, so that they can do their workings. Because again, they are psychopomps, or they're helping dead people. Like the women can heal. Mm-hmm. And the men are the ones who help pass on. Yeah, ferry the dead people on. Kind of like Ghost Whisperer without all the outfits. Remember that show?
I do.
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Weren't the outfits the best?
Dude.
Her
bangs were banging.
Child, I love that show. Anywho, I didn't know you watched that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised though. Anywho, so she didn't like doing that because you have to kill an animal or sacrifice it. Mm-hmm. And then Yads was like, yeah, but we get it from the butchers that's in their secret society. By the way, it's a secret. It's a secret society. Everybody can't be knowing about this, because I mean, honestly, if you tell people that you can see and talk to ghosts, they're gonna send you up to
you're gonna go to an asylum.
Yeah, you're gonna go to an asylum, and it's not gonna be fun. You're going to Bedlam. You don't want to go to Bedlam.
You're not coming back.
You're not coming back. You're gonna be locked up there with the Joker. Anyway, where was he locked? Arkham. That was Arkham. Anywho, so what were we talking about?
She was kind of leading by example of not doing what the social norms were at the time.
Yes, and she was making her father is the one who made the portajes for everybody else, and she wanted to make them with her dad and things like that. So also she covered for him. She stood up by him, stood up for him. Yeah, she covered for him when he had to lie and sneak around with Julian and whatnot. And I think everybody like who is like oppressed people, I think they all have a Maritza. If they, you know what I mean? Marissa was my Maritza. I'm the only Black person in the whole district at PCCLD. I'm not complaining because I don't be hiring people, but but I'm just it's factual, it's truthful. And one thing that Aiden talks about is that educating people on transness and transmasculinity and pronouns often fell on his shoulders, on Yad's shoulder, and I think on Aiden's too. And it's exhausting. And if you're the only Black person or the only anything in a space, you are constantly educating people, and it's exhausting. And to have somebody like Maritza or Marissa, I didn't have to explain a lot to her. It made it easier for me to be me. I didn't have to explain a lot of Black culture. She has Black friends, and she'd be on Black Twitter all the time. But she also has Black friends as well. And so there were a lot of aspects to my culture where I went to explain it to her, but I could clearly see she already got it. Y'all know that's just a weight off my shoulder. Everybody here is kind to me. I'm not saying people aren't being kind, but it is a lot, when you have to educate people, when you have to explain colloquialisms or something. Like, I think the other day I said something like, oh, let me get out here on the desk and act like I know what I'm doing. That's just an old Black person saying, I'm an old Black person. Look at all this gray. But my colleagues around me, they were like, you do know what you're doing, Lovely. You are competent, and I was like, that's real sweet.
They take everything very literal.
Yes.
When not everything we say is literal.
No. I mean, we full of jokes
Since
over
you got
here.
your degree.
Since you got your degree
and you
and
know
everything, and you know everything. So, but they were being kind, and I was like, of course I know what I'm doing, y'all. All I gotta do is sit there and talk to people and be nice. How hard could it be? I was just messing around. But I didn't explain that to them because they were trying to be kind. But had Marissa been there and I said that in front of her, she would have picked up on it immediately because she understands the speech patterns and cadence of Black folks. So I really thought that it was important for her to be there because people tend to pair up. Outcasts tend to pair up with each other because they're outcasts.
Yeah.
So they're going to find, if they can, they're going to find people and stick together. And why wouldn't they? They're both really cool.
I was going to say they're cooler than other people.
Yeah, they tend to be cooler than other people. So I thought that was just...
Are we outcasts?
Huh?
Are we outcasts?
I don't feel like it.
We're cool, though.
Yeah. I'm like, I think some people would think of us as outcasts, but why are we bothering what they think? We don't care. I don't care.
As long as we're cool and we're good.
Right. And we're not bothering nobody, not hurting people. I mean, don't start none. And there won't be none. There won't be none. So, but anyway, I really like that. I loved her character. I loved her character. I wish she had more time to develop her a little bit more.
She would be in and out.
I think she was just fabulous. Also, too, speaking of outcasts, the Julian's friends, the group of them that was Luca, Flocka, Omar, Rocky. I think that was it. I feel like that
Omar.
was it. I said Omar. Yeah, Omar. And then his brother Rio, but his brother wasn't part of the group. So they were kind of outcasts when they could not find Julian's body. Julian, they were like, well, we got to ask his friends at school. And Julian's like, they ain't finna be at school. They're not. And so Julian went to lunch with Maritza and Yadriel. And Maritza's on the soccer team, and she has a lot of friends. Yadriel's more to himself. Maritza got a lot of friends. I'm more to myself. You see.
You know everybody.
I do know a lot of people. I just really like me. Quite a bit. I do. I love my company quite a bit, and it seems odd to people, but I just think that's autism. It is. I mean, I got the ADHD too, but the autism is strong in this one, and I enjoy being by myself quite a bit. But anywho, they were asking Maritza's friends, did they know Julian's friends? And then all of them kids started talking about they're in a gang. They do this, they do that, da-da-da. Turns out, come to find out, those kids were not in a gang. They're homeless or in group homes, or their parents didn't care about them. And so that found family is what Julian was trying to protect, because he knew that people will take advantage of young queer kids on the street. Turns out his friend Rocky was a lesbian. Flocka is a trans woman. Luca was just a sweet little gullible person who got caught up in a gang. And Omar was very protective and very smart too. Omar's parents got deported. And he didn't go with them. They didn't want him to because Omar was born in America. I forget where his family was from, but they got deported back home. And Omar lives with Julian and his brother Rio. Rio's only 22, taking care of everybody, child. Taking care of everybody. Meanwhile, they're having to fight off these allegations that they're a part of a gang when they're really kids who need some help.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also, and we'll get back to the questions in a minute, but I think had people done a bit more to look out for these underage children, again, they would have found Miguel faster. And Luca wouldn't have got snatched up. Y'all, Luca was in a gang, like Squirtle. Luca was in... Y'all remember when Squirtle was in a gang, the Squirtle Squad? He was. What's Squirtle doing his best in a gang?
Squirtle.
Anyway, Luca was in a gang. And had to get his gang affiliation tattoos burnt off.
Oh.
And then there's another thing too, because Yadriel's family is not rich. But they, they're rich in love and stuff, but they ain't got a ton of money. I also
Rich in love.
Rich in love. Mm-hmm. Rich in family connections. They were talking about how the women Bruhexes were the money makers. Like they controlled the money. They would go out and get jobs because they could heal. So they would be doctors and nurses and things like that. While the boy Bruhexes, they didn't call them ever. I don't ever remember in the book them saying Bruja and Brujo. I don't think they ever did. I think they're all Bruhexes. The men would work in trades and they would patrol the graveyards and things like that. What was
sounds like a fantastic job.
Yeah, you're hanging out in the cemetery. I would be terrified, but
I like to think that I'd like to do it, but I'm a little scared of cat.
Well, I know I'm scared. I'm like, baby, please don't show up as an apparition, because I'd probably die and be an apparition right there with you. I would just drop dead and appear right there. I guess I'm a ghost now too.
Together.
Thanks. But where was I going with that?
We got distracted.
We did. Let's find a question because I did get distracted.
The importance of balance in Cemetery Boys was the next question.
It was?
Number 4.
Cemetery Boys in many ways, a book about death, but also has humor, love, and characters living their truth. How important do you think that balance is? How do you think Yadriel's upbringing and Bruhex gifts have impacted his views on death? You're right.
The importance of balance is everything, because it reflects the interconnectedness to the living and the dead in the community, the Hispanic, Latinx,
or Latin. You could say whatever you want. You're Latino. You could say whatever you want, baby. We take all description.
Hispanic a lot.
You know what, too, I thought was a balance was the balance between Yadriel and Julian's characters themselves. Yadriel is a bit more shy and reserved. That's why he liked Maritza so much, because when he couldn't get his words to come out, Maritza would have them words
very
ready.
Outspoken.
Yes. And I really thought I loved Julian. First of all, I think he had ADHD. I think everybody do though.
Doggy dog world.
Doggy dog. He was always mixing up stuff. He couldn't get his phrases right. But he was very bouncy. And in one part of the book, Yadriel describes him as a sun that is inhabiting a boy's body. So the sun, like bright sun, inhabiting the boy's body.
I remember that quote.
Wasn't that? And I was like, that's beautiful. I was like, ooh, somebody in love. You got it bad, Yards. You got it bad.
You are whipped.
Yep, pretty much. And I mean, he is cute if you're into boys on the cover. I thought he was cute.
You're into boys.
But if you are, because some people ain't, some people ain't, sometimes they, I'll tell you what I was about to say. I caught myself. I'll tell you when we off camera what I was about to say. It's all
canceled.
I know. But is cancel culture real?
We'll not get into that.
Okay, we won't get into that.
As much as I want to.
I'm like, is it real? Maybe for some people.
For some people.
It is. I guess if you got the right credentials, it's not.
What else did I put in that?
While you're looking, I'm gonna check to see if we have any comments or anything. I forgot to check.
Probably telling us we're being too loud.
Probably. I ain't put nothing in here. While Marissa's looking at that, I'm gonna remind you guys. I said Marissa. I said your name right.
There was a T in there.
It was not. I did not say Maritza. Maritza hard to say.
I love it. Ooh, Mariska.
See? That's how you say her name?
I love her.
I know you do. That's why I said it. Dun, 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 dun.
Copyrighted.
No, they not. That was pretty bad. They're not gonna get us. We'll be okay. I'm looking for y'all like the live stream. If you like what I'm doing, please click like. It lets the algorithm know that you are amongst the cool kids, and it'll tell everybody else to come and hang out with us too. Because hey, why wouldn't you?
I also wrote that the community's interactions with spirits, like just a norm, just a normal thing, kind of gives some nuanced understanding of death. I love.
Oh, carry on, friend. I want to hear more.
I love that.
Expound upon that, if you will.
Expand upon it. Yeah. Because they see it as like a beautiful, natural thing instead of just like this. They're dead.
There we go. Let's make that. There we go. And then we're gonna get rid of that. There. Okay.
It's like a celebration, like I was saying earlier.
It's a celebration. Sorry,
I was quoting something too. Yeah, I did the. Oh, they're dead. All right.
Okay, all right.
Miss Wendy Williams.
Life comes at you fast. Anyway,
but they're not scared of death.
No.
It's like I wouldn't say a rite of passage.
Well, it kind of is. We all got to do it.
But they see it as like a beautiful, natural thing. That like they're not scared of it.
No.
I am.
Oh, I'm not actually.
Really?
No, I've almost died a couple times, so maybe that's it.
She used that as a excuse a couple times.
I have.
I almost died. I can't show these books.
Did you know I almost died?
I almost died.
I think I said that was probably. You've been here a month when I said that crazy stuff. It's true.
I wasn't gonna question her.
Yeah, and I did. You want to see? Well, y'all can't see the scar. I'll show you later. But I mean, I almost drowned a couple of times too. That's very common amongst autistic people. Y'all they be trying to drown us. Yes, Hunty. I think it's because they don't be paying attention to us. Be getting into deep bodies of water. Help! Drowning.
You don't know how to swim?
I do, like a fish, but I still almost drowned. I do.
A mermaid.
Like a mermaid. Yes,
swim like a mermaid.
Yeah, there's a book called Julian's a Mermaid that Avi Roque narrated. We have it.
All ties back.
And we'll get back to it eventually. I know it seems pretty random. Like we're just boop, 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 and we are. But it all ties back. It all connects.
Everything we're saying is connecting.
Basically.
Invisible red strings.
Yes. Like that guy with the board. No. But I noticed that too. As an outsider from the Hispanic community, I noticed that as well. The spiritualism part, it's more accepted. Death is more accepted. There's whole ofrendas, for your pets on the 27th, and then 3 days later is Dia de los Muertos,
which we are gonna have an ofrenda.
We're gonna have another ofrenda, so y'all need to bring pictures of your pets and your peoples to put up on our ofrenda, so that we can welcome them all.
Get their favorite snacks, their favorite items.
Yes. Speaking of which, I love that on the last day when Yods was like, we're going to cut this cord so you can shuffle off this mortal coil. I'm trying to quote Shakespeare, y'all. That's why I need to quit being smart. Anywho, and he takes Yadriel, or he takes Julian to the store to get Takis. Julian was right. Them lime Takis is not delicious.
Takis are good.
Takis are great. Why are you putting lime in and messing it up? Don't do that. That's nasty. But hey, if you like lime Takis, I love that.
Lime is very
for you
relevant in the Latinx community.
It is. And remember when he was getting the chamoyas, the fruit things, and he was like, no lime, because he don't like lime, apparently.
I like lime, not on Takis.
I like lime too, but not on Takis.
I've seen people put lime on their ramen.
Yes, that's good.
Lime on their, obviously.
It's tacos. Good. It's good in pozole.
It's so good.
And I did not get to have that pozole for lunch like I thought.
No.
Casey ate it.
Casey
ate the pozole. Demerit.
Demerit, also, I want some pozole, please.
It's gone, child. It's gone.
Make some more, Casey.
We'll have to make some more, but Casey ate the pozole, so I didn't get none. Let's see. What else were we talking about? All the things.
We were talking about everything.
We were.
Anything in the universe.
I think so.
About this book.
About this
We were
book.
talking about how they see death. The ofrendas.
Yes.
We were talking about that. And that they put their favorite things on the ofrenda. And that we were having one here.
Yes.
For 3 days only, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we'll let y'all know when it's up, but please stop by. We would love to have you.
End of October.
Yeah.
For 3 days.
Your people would love to have you too. Y'all, and put one up in your house too, so they can come and visit you.
Visit you.
Mm-hmm.
Past pets.
Yes, the pets would like to come and say hello again.
Put their favorite toy, their picture,
then maybe a little treat or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really like that. I love
it's
that.
It's such a cute tradition.
I think it's wonderful. And have you seen it in Mexico where they be dressing up?
Oh, the big sugar skull, like the skeleton.
Yes. And they have that parade. I mean, it's and that's the thing too. It is celebrated differently in each country, and not all the countries celebrate the Day of the Dead. But the ones that do, they do it slightly different, and I like that. I think that was another reason, like I said, I think I might have said it earlier, why East LA was so important, so that we could gather different Hispanic communities and showcase them a tiny bit too.
East LA is like a melting pot of different cultures, black and brown.
Yummy foods.
Yummy foods.
Yummy. Oh, you know what else too? When Miguel went missing, his parents did report him missing to the police, but they didn't speak English very well. And so they were kind of getting the runaround, and people are like, oh, he doesn't matter. And he had people who cared about him, and they went to the police. But then they were getting scared because the police were kind of harassing them. They called Enrique. He went down there, but by the time he got down there, they were giving him the runaround too. Meanwhile, somebody's baby is lost and they're trying to get help, but they're like, now they're too scared to go back because they don't want to get deported. And they were, I'm pretty.
And that happens very often.
It happens. It happens.
It's not just fiction.
No. And you can have all your papers and stuff in order, and that won't matter. If you don't have enough money for a good lawyer or somebody, it won't matter. You could have been doing everything right and by the book. And
this book is very relevant in today's political climate. I would say so
too. And then also just thinking about the kids who are left behind to put together these broken pieces. Because again, Rio, he's 22, working at their dad's garage with his dad's former partner. The daddy died. The mom ran off after Julian was born. And so he's taking care of himself. They're living in this tiny, cramped apartment above the garage. So he got himself, Julian, Luke. Well, sometimes Luca. Luca be doing whatever because Luca parents don't care about him. Sometimes Flocka, when she get tired of that group home. Always Omar, because his parents got deported. And Rio said, you can come and live with us. Rather than have these babies out on the street. A baby taking care of babies. And
he's just a baby.
He's just a baby.
I thought 22 was a grown-up age. So I turned 22.
Until you turn 22.
I'm 27, and I feel like a baby.
I'm 51, and I feel like a baby. You're like, what you do? Sometimes, not all the time. But I do understand how that is a baby. Yeah, I don't see this gray hair.
You don't look in your 50s, nor does she act like she's in her 50s.
Well,
which is not a bad thing.
That's the autism again. I'm just going to blame everything on that.
I was late.
Autism. Yeah. I didn't eat. That was the autism. I said something without thinking. It came out too fast. That was definitely the autism. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting people.
Stories.
Autism. Yes. I forget. There is ADHD too. I don't notice it as much. But I think that's because we bounce off of each other.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
We change topics. So we're doing it now.
We're doing it now. Oh, wait. Let me get this like the page out of your face. Let me make it small again so we can get rid of that.
Like the page.
I hope you guys do. Let's get rid of them. Okay.
It should be the cover.
It should be. Let's see what else. Oh, you know what? We're not doing wolves.
We got 3 likes. Look at that.
We do. Thank you, guys. Let's do. See, sometimes when I click on something, if I hit the wrong thing, it's there. That's where you can sign up for the newsletter. Sign up for it so that you can get all the insights. You would have got these questions ahead of time, and then you wouldn't have to listen to me bounce all over the place. I think we have like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15, well, we could talk a little longer, but anyway, 15 minutes because we have to go back upstairs and help our colleagues. Excuse me. Let's see. Since we were talking about death, what's the significance of, we already talked about that. Pardon me. I think, how does the presence of ghosts and the Brewhex tradition influence the character's understanding of death? We covered that.
We did.
I think so.
It adds nuanced understanding.
I think so as well. You know what? The one thing I do want to talk about, since we got rid of all those other things, I'm going to get rid of this too, because you should have copied that by now. If not, speed it up. Go to the Facebook page. It's on there. You can just sign the link there. The one thing I do want to talk about is in the book, they talk about how over time the Brewhex's magic started to diminish and get smaller and smaller. And Uncle Catrice Tio Catrice was supposed to, he's older than Enrique, and he was supposed to be the leader of the Brewhexes, but he didn't have no magic. And so he didn't get a quinces either. And so I really think that that's what made that man evil and bitter. Like he nursed a bitter something in his soul.
You know what? I don't blame him.
No, I don't either. What you mean? What you mean I can't help in some sort of way? Is it his fault that he don't have no magic? They couldn't find another way. They didn't consult.
Outcasted.
He was outcasted. And then went on to hurt other outcasts.
They're like, baby, you're not special.
Yeah, you're not special. Sorry.
I'd be a villain too.
Yeah, I mean, that would make me mad. You know, there is an African proverb, and it'll be teaching you that you need to take care of the child, because the child who is shunned by the village will burn it down just to feel its warmth.
Ooh.
And what did he do? Was out there killing everybody. His sobrino, he was like, sorry, Miguel.
Rip.
You shouldn't have saw your little friend. Miguel saw me get your little friend, so I had to. And so Lita, the mom or the grandmother, was talking, because they have these rituals and they have 4 different daggers to do different things. And there was this one dagger. That's funny. I almost said something else. I'm glad I caught myself. There's this one dagger that was made from a jagger, or made to look like a jaguar. Jaguar. I said jagger. That's not even right. Jaguar, like the animal. And that was the underworld, Xibalba, where all the bad spirits go and they get ate up by the god of the underworld. Anyway, she kept talking about this in the book. I can't find the jaguar dagger. Where is it? And that's when I knew, well, it's got to be somebody who has access to those. Now, who could it be? And then it's like, of course it was Uncle Catrice. Because he was treated like an outcast and made to be in that community. He didn't get no king. And he was always on Yadriel's side. Like, he was always like, please let him have his quinces. Please remember, let him
end up like me.
Or he's going to end up like me. And he kept emphasizing it. And that is the deal. Like, yo, you can't just throw people away. Like me and Marissa. We're talking about, were we outcasts and whatnot? I think if I didn't have a good support system, because I do know a lot of people, and I actually have a lot of friends and people who care about me. But if I didn't have that, or felt slighted in a different kind of way, I think I might be bitter. And I'm not bad. I'm sweet as pie. I'm sweet as pie, y'all. I saw that.
She is sweet as pie.
I am when I want to be. Most of the time I do. But, we'll ask the patron. We'll go up there right now. Somebody probably done left me a treat.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a drink, a sticker.
When Lovely's not here, 10 people come in. Lovely working today?
If my bike is if they don't see my bike out there, they'd be like, where's Lovely?
I get the way too.
Yeah. If it's icy on the roads, they'd be like texting me. You be careful. You need to ride. My neighbors give me. Oh. So, if I didn't have that, I might feel a kind of way too.
You're like a little community.
Exactly. And that's the point. Is like everybody is needed. And P.S. y'all, by the way, if you are a young person experiencing homelessness, you're a young queer person on the street or whatever, stop telling people you ain't got nobody. They will take advantage of you. They'll do horrible things for you. Check in somewhere. You ain't got nobody. You got me. Come to the library. You will be safe here. We have resources for the community. Posada. We can get you a shower, maybe somewhere to sleep. But more importantly, please quit telling people you don't have nobody, because they will take advantage of you and do horrible stuff to you. We have this resource list too. I'm going to take a a shot of it so I could read it off as well.
Oh, this little thing.
Yeah, that little thing. Let's do question number
6.
We're on 6?
I think. What was the question?
So. It says family dynamics are very important in Cemetery Boys. How are Yadriel, Maritza, and Julian affected by them? What about Catrice? I think we said that already. I think
we inserted it somewhere.
I think we did.
It completely shapes who he is as a person, his motivations. It's the entire book.
It's the entire book.
It's the entire book.
He felt slighted and outcast, and he thought if he had had more magic, then he would have been the leader. Mm-hmm. And I think he thought he was doing something because he felt the magic waning. I want to know, is that you, Julian? I want to know why the magic is waning. What happened? That part of the story was not told. I think that would be a very interesting part of the story. And there's a book too called Espiritu. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know. I saw somewhere that it was supposed to be out in 2026, but I also saw, and I might be wrong about that because on Avi's TikTok, he was reading it from the book. I'll look it up and see. I don't know if it's out yet.
They probably got first dibs.
Well, I bet you they did get first dibs.
If they're narrating it.
If they're narrating it. Yeah, they probably did get a art copy or something. Yadriel thinks summoning a spirit and releasing it to the afterlife would allow him to prove himself as a brujo. And why does it say brujo? Anyway, and a boy. But later, Julian asks, why do you have to prove that you're a brujo, a guy to them? Why do you have to prove anything to anyone? Why do you think it was so important for Yadriel to prove himself? And who do you think he was trying the hardest to convince?
Ooh. I think it's just brujo because he wants to be a boy. He wants to be accepted as a boy.
Right.
And that is the correct term for
Yes, that's correct.
A boy, a brujo.
Yes, that's correct.
So it's kind of just sealing the deal for him. Like, I am a boy, and everyone here is going to recognize it.
Exactly.
But they don't.
But they learn to, because again, I know that for a lot of people, trans folk might be new, but they've been here since the beginning of time, just like everybody else. I promise you.
It's not a new thing.
It's not new. It's just new to you.
Exactly.
They have been here. There are culture keepers across the world. And I also want to stop maybe saying that because their existence doesn't need to be justified by what they do.
Yeah. No.
And they're just here.
Just like I am.
Yeah.
Like she
they
is.
deserve respect just because they're human beings.
Exactly.
Because they're here. Not because of what they provide, not because of labor, but because they're people. And if you don't like how God made them, then go tell that to God. Go tell God to his face, to her face, you don't like it, and let's see how that works out for you. Good luck.
Have fun.
Have fun.
But the family dynamics is the entire book.
Yes.
It's the whole book.
Where'd it go?
Whether it's his found family,
right,
or his traditional family, it shapes completely who he is.
I would say so.
Yads wouldn't be Yads without his family.
No, and neither would Julian. And they were looking for him. They were just scared. They couldn't find him. Come on, where did he go? I'm trying to look up these resources for y'all. My phone is like, you need to shut some of these windows. How about that? That's what my phone said. It said, catch me outside. Let me pull it up, and then we're almost done.
I think the last question was, why did he feel the need to prove himself? Something like that. I think that's what it was.
It was. What do you think he felt the need?
Oh, because it's the key of being fully recognized.
Yeah.
As a boy, as a trans male.
I will say, you know what, I'll say this because the way I came out to my grandma, and I know you watching, Mama, that's probably you, number one right there. My mama was talking on the phone to my grandma, and I heard her, and she said, Lovely has something to tell you here. And I was like, oh.
Hi, Lovely's mom.
And I was, oh, God, it's still there. If that's you, Mama, you know you did that to me. And then that's how I came out to my grandma. And then my grandma said, you know what? That ain't nobody's business.
I don't care.
It ain't nobody. And then when they met my wife, they were like, we loved Casey the best. And I was just like, gee, thanks, Granny.
My parents did the same thing. I love Kai more. What is that, Mom?
Yeah, what's that about?
Also his mother's death
made
him feel isolated, and I think that he wanted to feel that kind of acceptance again.
Yes.
So he searched for it in his other family members.
Right.
Which they weren't giving it to him.
No.
At first.
Let's talk about the meaning of his name. It's a Hebrew name, and I was looking it up, and it had several different meanings from what I was able to find in my Googles. One of them was mother, because I'll be doing my Googles. Gift to mom, a gift. Some other ones that I said I saw was God remembers. Something of not hand up. Yeah, I think God remembers or something like that. And I thought that was really significant when Santa Muerte talked to them and said, my son. And I was just like, did she say son? She didn't say niece or nephew. Because in my head, I'd be calling you Sabrina. Because it means niece. Sabrina and Sabrina. What?
It's just cute.
Oh, sorry. Because you made a face, and I was like, what? You work, niece. Anyway, because I'm Gen X and you're Gen Z. I always be putting you in the wrong gen. I'm sorry.
She keeps adding years to my age.
I'm sorry.
I'm Gen Z.
Gen Z. You're not a millennial. Mm-mm. And you're not an alpha. That's the one after Z.
Alpha.
No, they be so toxic. P.S.
Gen Alpha or Alpha people?
No, well, the people who walk around saying, I'm an alpha. Y'all.
People do the voice.
Because that's how they sound. But y'all, let me just really quickly, the man who did that, he was looking at wolves. Wolves in captivity, not in the wild. And what he saw was captive wolves being a little erratic, because you get locked up in a cage and ain't big enough for you. You'd be a little erratic too. Then he went and observed wolves in the wild and noticed that the alpha were more like babysitters. They took care of everybody. They assigned babysitters to watch the pups. He came back and published and said, hey, y'all, all that stuff I said about alphas was wrong. I'm sorry. And they won't believe him. They won't believe him. So you walking around, I'm alpha. You a captive wolf. Acting erratic. Anyway.
I bet you are.
Yeah, but you are. So
I bet you are.
Anywho, the list of resources. Thank you, Fran. Thank you. White balance that for me. Okay, so this is it. That's what it's called. This is in on the display for there's a display at LAM. It's in the YA section or the U section. All the books have this little resource in here.
It's also up front by the book drop.
It's up front by the book drop as well. So we have resources for GLAAD, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, the National LGBTQ Task Force, Human Rights Campaign. I went to they have a fundraising dinner. They had one in Dallas several years ago. Time was had. I'll tell you about that. Cyndi Lauper's sister came and sang for us because Cyndi Lauper had been diagnosed with cancer at that time, and so she was sick. But her sister came and sang with us. Cyndi Lauper's sister's queer. So let's see, tools for equity and inclusion. There's all kind of resources on here. But the reason why I'm pulling this up, the Trevor Project, all kind of thing. Thank you, Lev, for putting this together. This was part of what he did. PFLAG is on here. I asked my mama, did she want to join PFLAG when I came out many, many moons ago? You know what she said? She said no. She said no because she didn't need to join no club to learn how to love her kid. Ooh.
Oh, club kid.
I know. My mama said, girl, no, I ain't joining no. I don't need to do that.
I love these, Mom. I see you.
She ain't on there no more. Look, zero. Bye, Mom. But anywho, she probably had to go do her diamond paintings. She be doing that poke thing.
I can't do that.
I can't either.
Not steady enough.
Oh, yeah, she loved that stuff. There's a transgender center of the Rockies. There's counseling available. There is, I don't know what this is. There's all kind of stuff. Case management, commerce. There's a lot of resources. Anywho, I just wanted to point that out because them little babies was under the bridge, sleeping in an old rusty, dusty tent because they didn't have nowhere else to go. They were cast away. They were thrown out, and they didn't have to be. And a lot of those kids, like Omar, was really smart, but he was going through some things, you know? Yeah. And so was Flocka. She an orphan. Rocky, we didn't get too deep into there. What are you doing? Reglossing, getting brutifuler. Got a brutal spirit. Let's see. I think that's roughly it. Do you have any last minute words that you need to say?
This book was adorable.
Yes. I hope that you guys read the book. Read the book.
A lot of romance, a lot of paranormal.
And it wasn't like gratuitous romance or anything. No, it was really cute and sweet. It was like a coming of age. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So let's come in here. All right, y'all.
Really after.
Yes. So if you loved Cemetery Boys, you'll really like these books as well. It's Felix Ever After by Kaysen Callender. The Story of a Trans Boy. Hell Followed With Us by Andrew Joseph White as well, another trans character. Lake Lore by Anna Maria McLemore. Is that how you say that?
That's how I would say it.
Okay. That one is non-binary Latinx character, Latinx characters, really, really good. I've read reviews. I haven't read the book. And then I didn't realize this, but I wasn't paying attention to the author's name. Labyrinth Lost by Zorinda Cordova. Also, again, non-binary, trans, Latina, Latino, Latinx, Latin.
Love that.
I'm getting all of them. I'm getting all the words, y'all. Characters in those books.
X's.
All the O's, A, X's. We don't want to leave nobody out. Because that's what you do. You look around and you won't have to worry about making room at the table if you make sure everybody have a seat.
Oh.
So you have to look around and make sure that you ain't look to see who is not present. And that's who you go get and scooch on over and get a chair and get a plate so they could be at the table too. Mm-hmm. All of these books have similar themes, magic or transness or community type of things. You can get all of these books at the library. We have print copies as well as audio and ebook copies of all of those books. And let me move our head. Wait, let's make this bigger. No, you're okay. This is the book that we'll be reading next month. It's called The Last of the Dreamwalkers by Rita Woods, because next month is Hoodoo Heritage Month. We'll talk more about what that means, but that's the book we're reading. We'll see you on October the 16th. Oh, let's move this so that they can see our faces. We'll see you on October the 16th at 4 p.m. right here.
She will.
Maybe. I was like, you
Who
coming
knows?
back? You coming back? You coming back?
Reoccurring.
We'll see. We'll see what happens because this was a first time thing. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
I'll be back. I said we. Marissa's like, I ain't coming back, girl.
Was I invited formally?
Yeah, I'll formally invite you.
It's an invitation.
Here's your book. There. That's what we're going to be reading. It's more magic. What am I doing? I can't. It ain't going to do nothing.
Put it in front of me.
There you go. There. Oh, maybe I should put it in front of me because there are names. There. Here we go.
The last.
Yeah. So when I have my hair down, because it's green, it goes away too. Parts of it.
Oh.
Because it's a green screen. That's why like the newscasters and stuff can't wear green because then they'll be like a floating head. Yeah. You can see like the bits of green in my hair. It don't show up. Anywho.
So October 16th?
October 16th, 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Stay back time. Stay back channel. Bye.
Bye.
Ally. How do we get out of here? Okay. End it. Bye, y'all. It was such a good time. See you later. Did I end it? It said not yet. Look.